On the start line, it is the most nerve-wracking time because you've just got time to sit there and it often goes very, very quiet. You've got your earplugs in, you've got your helmet on. Once the lights go out, all the best laid plans in the world go out the window and what will be, will be. Every rider, I think, gets nervous. There's a trepidation factor, excitement, adrenaline factor. You're often short with people that are around you because you've got no time for anything else. You're so focused on what you're about to do. It all seems to be a blur from then on in. I could never remember a race. It happens so quickly. It's a 45-minute race, maybe 22 laps, something like that, and it just seems to flash by. If you've got no ability to push past the limits that you think you have, that's what you're doing. You think that's your limit, but you've got to go further because someone else is going further. So you have to keep pushing yourself. And when you're at the top of your game, you don't see anything else but the track in front of you and the checkered flag at the end of it. Some circuits are easier to learn than others because they have reference points around them, and it wouldn't necessarily be a 100, 200 yard board, it would be a tree or a landscape, all the things that you would absorb into your mind, and they would give you indications on where you're going to brake, where you're going to accelerate and that type of thing. I've always loved Silverstone. It just has so many very interesting corners, and one of the other things that they've done a great job on the new track, because it's changed a lot over the years, is they've made some great places for overtaking, so it always produces some terrific races. There's some fabulous opportunities for passing around this track. My favourite corner always was Woodcote Corner. It was just such a long, fast corner that you had to be so precise, and it was always the last corner before the finishing line. From a rider point of view, it has some of the best corners of any circuit in the world. Here, somewhere like Silverstone at the British Grand Prix, you look up and there could be 70,000 people here, and you know they're all staring and they're waiting to see what you're going to do. And what you do know is if you do a good job, the adulation that you get and the cheering is something that's never repeated in other forms of life. It's a fantastic feeling. It is like a drug. The elation and jubilation if you win a race. You've only got to look at the guys on the podium, the smile on their faces, and that jubilation lasts about, on average, 24 hours, and then your mind's on the next race. It's weird. So yeah, it's short-lived, but boy, it's worth it.